Good morning, everyone. I know I have done a periscope on mac and cheese before, but I have never done a scope just on the cheese sauce itself. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Good to see you. I have never done a scope on the cheese sauce itself where you could see what color it is. Good morning. To see what the color is. I know on periscope is probably going to look a little different than with my lighting. I see it looks a little different, but it's actually a deep color yellow. Good morning, Dana. Good morning to those coming in. Like I said, I've done the mac and cheese, but I've never done the one on the cheese sauce. And I made this last night, and I got to thinking, well, do I have to periscope it or not? Until I started looking in my periscopes, and I realized I hadn't done one on the cheese sauce itself. So I thought I'll come in early this morning, and good morning. Good morning. It's very early here. It's about 6:30 in the morning, 6:45. It's very early in the morning. But I get up early. I got up at 5:30 this morning. But good morning to those that are coming in. I wanted you to see isn't that a pretty color? I mean, if you could tell, it's a real deep yellow. And I plan on posting the recipe. And I did for the mac and cheese, but I'll post it up here on the vegan cheese sauce too. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. I'm usually up by 6:30, Sometimes the periscopes will wake me up. It depends if Forerunner's on or Dr. O's on. But I usually wake up that morning anyway because my dogs have to go out. So when they get out, then I just, have to go out. Then I just get up. So I wanted you to I wanted you to see what it looks like because it's a real pretty yellow color. And it is absolutely, I have read my Bible already. Yes. And this is actually a deep yellow color. That's because of the nutritional yeast. Now, I know there's a question in a lot of people's minds about nutritional yeast. They won't use it. But I happen to like it because it gives it a cheesy flavor. And this has potatoes and carrots in it, which it says 2 cups of potatoes and 1 cup of carrots. What I did is I took 2 large potatoes and cut them up. I didn't measure. I figured that was about 2 cups. And I took 2 small carrots. My carrots are supposed to be large. I think it takes 1 large carrot. Well, I had small carrots in a bag, so I just took 2 of those and cut them up. And of course, you have to cook them. You have to cook them until they're completely done. And I cooled them off, of course. You have to have half a cup of water. And, it takes, like I said, nutritional yeast and salt. And it says onion powder, garlic powder as an alternative or an optional. But I put them in there because it gives a better flavor. And actually, this is the best vegan cheese sauce I've ever tasted. I mean, there's so many possibilities for it too. Like I said, I use it on mac and cheese. You can use it on lasagna. You can use it on noodles, or whatever you want to use it on. It's endless what you can use this for, and it's actually very, very good. I posted it up on Facebook last night, so for those that may have seen what it looks like. And also on Instagram. Oh, yeah. I'm not a lover of tofu. I don't care for tofu too much, but a lot of people will make things out of tofu. Now, I mean, there's no taste to that, but it's something that I find that it's hard to get used to liking tofu. So I don't eat it if I can help it. Good morning to those just coming in. This is my vegan cheese sauce. I made it last night, and I decided to scope it this morning. Now, it will keep for a while in the refrigerator, but as much as I use it, as you can see, it made quite a bit. But as much as I use it, much mac and cheese and stuff I eat, and put it on noodles too, it won't last very long. Hi, good morning. Welcome. And it is very good morning. Oh, I'm just great. It's not even quite 7 o'clock in the morning here. As you can see, it's still dark outside. Oh, I'm just great. I'm just great. Having fun doing these food scopes for people because we all learn from each other. And when I found this cheese sauce, and I think I don't know where I found it. I was on YouTube, and I was just searching one day when I found this recipe, and I saw it made, and it was made in the Vitamix. I'm assuming any high-powered blender will do. A Vitamix seemed to work best for this lady, and since I have a Vitamix, I've mixed it up that way too. But if you have like a Blendtec or another high-powered, you could probably do it in a food processor, I suppose. I have never tried that. I have one, but I thought, well, I'll just use it in the Vitamix. But you can see it comes out very good. The consistency is great. It it's melted cheese, and like I said, you can put it over anything that your heart desires. I love mac and cheese. That's my downfall. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. That's my downfall, is mac and cheese. But you know, since we can't eat real cheese, dairy cheese, this is the alternative. And this makes my mac and cheese taste so good. It's actually a very good flavor. Now, I've done the sliced cheese. However, I didn't care for the sliced cheese as much as I care for this one. So instead of making the sliced cheese anymore, I'll just make this one. And when I have a burger or something, I'll just spread it over the burger. You know, like melted cheese. Oh, yes, I do too. And I just buy regular, you know, macaroni. You know, just any pasta will do. You know, and just use so much, about half a cup, or cook it and stuff. You know, but this with potatoes and carrots, and I never knew that you could put potatoes and carrots in cheese sauce. And I don't know, that gives it a different flavor, I guess. You know, and it's everything in there. I know what it is. It's not going to harm me. It's good for me. You know, because your actual real cheese, that's not good for you. It's very harmful. You don't want to put real cheese into your body at all, because it's not what we're supposed to have. And like I said, that was my downfall. I would eat a lot of it until I realized I shouldn't be eating it anymore. And I thought, well, I've got to learn how to make my own. Good morning to those just coming in. Yes. Oh, he is. Oh, he's a SDH. I didn't know. I think I've heard of him. There's a lot of them on the internet that I'll have to check him out too. But there's a lot of them on the internet that I've been checking out, and they are very, very good. Of course, a lot of the recipes that they make, you have to tweak them, for the simple fact that they're going to put something in it that you're not particularly wanting in there, or you won't eat yourself. Or good morning to you. Welcome. I was looking up for vegan butter last night. There's so many of them that use apple cider vinegar. Well, we as Adventists don't use that, so I'd have to substitute with lemon juice. But if I'm trying to find a good vegan butter recipe, and if once I find that, I'll probably scope that too. But it's just a matter of finding one, you know, because I am one of these kind that I don't like to have to tweak it too much. I'd rather it be what the recipe is, what I can use. This in particularly, it was one that I could use everything in it and didn't have to bother tweaking it, leaving things out. Now, however, some people may not use the nutritional yeast, but with the nutritional yeast, it gives it the real pretty yellow color. So that's why I use it, because it does give it that yellow color, and it gives it that kind of that cheesy taste. Now, of course, it's not going to be the same as your American cheese or cheddar cheese, which you don't want it to be anyway, but it does. But it's better for you. If you knew what that cheese had in it, you wouldn't buy it anymore. And I've realized that even the vegan cheese in the store, they say is vegan, but when you get right down to it, it's not, because they put chemicals in it that are not good for your body, like carrageenan. I've had vegan cheese that I've had to throw out because of the carrageenan in it. Oh, I'm just great. How are you? So I don't buy any cheese that has had chemicals in it, especially if I can't pronounce them. A long list of chemicals. This has several different ingredients in it, but everything I can eat. You know, the carrots and the potatoes and the salt, and you know, some people won't use real salt. I do once in a while. Good morning to those just coming in. That's immaterial how old I am. I don't think that's pertinent to my Periscope. You try to figure it out anyway. I don't have to give my age. Good morning to those coming in. This is the cheese sauce, and I made it last night and put it in the refrigerator. And I thought I would scope it this morning, because I had never scoped just the cheese sauce itself. I did do the mac and cheese, but that wasn't showing you exactly what the cheese sauce looked like once it was done. And I did use a little bit of it last night, because I made a couple sandwiches and I'd spread it on there for the cheese. Since I didn't have sliceable cheese, I just spread it on there. Good morning, Kadeen. Welcome. I just spread it on there, and it made it taste very, very good. I mean, this has got a real good flavor. I mean, we all eat potatoes. We all eat carrots. And yes, it is. Yep, it sure is. It's got, and I will tell you what it has in it, and you'll know how vegan it really is. It's got 2 cups of potatoes diced, which are large. I use 2 large. Good morning, welcome. I use 2 large potatoes. I figured 2 large potatoes would be 2 cups, because it calls for 2 cups. 1 cup of carrots. Well, I had small carrots, and I didn't have any large ones, so I used 2 small ones, and half a cup of water, a third a cup of olive oil, and I have the extra virgin olive oil I use, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon lemon juice. They say that fresh is best, but I didn't have a fresh lemon, so I just used it out of the bottle. It's whichever, you know. Last time I did use a fresh lemon because I bought one. Let me get some water. I had used a fresh lemon before, but I don't have it this time. And then 1/2 cup of, or 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast. Now, like I said, some people won't use that, but I think it gives it that color and a cheesy flavor. A 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, which is optional, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, which is optional. I put both of those in there. I thought it would give it that better flavor. And it also calls for cayenne pepper, but which is optional, which I do not use, and I didn't have the case of vegan seasoning either, which is also optional. So everything that I told you, I put in there. And oh, he does. You know, I've never made a cheese sauce before. Hi, Deborah. Good morning. There's my cheese sauce. I made it last night, and I thought I'd scope it. I'd never made a cheese sauce before that had potatoes and carrots in it. Good morning. Good morning. And when I found this recipe, I thought, well, this looks simple enough to make, and this is the second time I've made it. And you can see it makes quite a bit. It'll last me a little bit, but I eat enough mac and cheese and stuff, and I like to put it on noodles and what have you, you know, and sandwiches and stuff. It's going to, you know, it'll keep for maybe a week or more in the refrigerator. I'm not sure if you can freeze it or not because I haven't checked into that. Some things you can freeze and some things you can't, so I don't know. It's probably possible you could freeze it, but if you're anything like me and you use cheese up a lot, you're not going to freeze it. You're going to keep it in the fridge and you're going to use it up. That's exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to use it up. Probably have mac and cheese for lunch today or whatever and get it used up. But I mean, there's endless possibilities that you can use it for. I mean, I love making vegan stuff and then sharing with you because I'm helping you. It helps me, and we help each other that way. I've learned a lot from Stacy. I've learned a lot from Overcomer, and even Forerunner is beginning to watch some of my periscopes. Maybe not live. He did one last week or week before. He was in there live for about 5 minutes, but he will come into my replays if it seems interesting to him. He'll come into my replay and watch it. So he's even interested in some of my vegan scopes. Thank you for the super hearts. Well, good morning, Earlene. I've been on a little bit, but you'll just have to watch the replay. I made my my cheese sauce last night, and I thought I would periscope it this morning. Oh, well, here I'll show you the consistency. It spreads. Okay, I'll get a knife and I'll show you. Now here's a spoon. I'll show you. You can just see how it thickens up in the refrigerator, which you want it to thicken up. You don't want it real thin, but it does thicken up in the refrigerator. And I put it on my sandwiches last night, and it ended up making the sandwich taste really good. Oh, absolutely. That's the particular thing I use it on is mac and cheese. That's my downfall. I love mac and cheese. And I would eat a lot of it before. You know, I'd buy the mac and cheese dinners that already had the cheese in it and eat a lot of it. Well, I've really decided I don't need to do that anymore. So I just buy my own macaroni and fix as much as I want, about 1/2 cup or something, cook it, of course. And then pour this over the top, and it is the most delicious mac and cheese ever. And I have posted a video on my mac and cheese before, but I had never done the cheese sauce by itself. So I thought I would come in here and show you the cheese sauce. Creamy soups. I've done a few creamy soups too. Where can you find the recipe? If you follow me on Facebook, I did post the recipe on Facebook. However, I do have a YouTube channel. If you are following me on YouTube, you'll find it there because I will post it up, and I do have it under the mac and cheese recipe right now in my playlist and on my YouTube. I have it under mac and cheese. I have the recipe there, but I will post it again for those that may not want to watch that one and just want the cheese sauce by itself. because there's endless possibilities you could use the cheese sauce for. So I will post the recipe again. It's a very simple recipe. Like I said, it does take nutritional yeast. A lot of people will not use nutritional yeast. That's up to you whether you want to use it or you don't. I happen to like it. I think it gives it the very pretty. I mean, look at the yellow color. It gives it a very pretty yellow color. Now, this lighting is going to make it show a lot brighter yellow than it is, but it's a very pretty yellow color. And when I post it on Facebook, you can see exactly the way it is. I posted it up on Facebook, and I also posted it on Instagram. So if you follow me on Facebook, you can go on my Facebook profile, and you'll find the cheese sauce posted there with the recipe. Good morning, Stacy. I made my cheese sauce last night, and I wanted to come in here this morning and show everybody what it looked. I mean, it came out so nice. Of course, it thickens up now since it's been in the refrigerator, but yeah, it does. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning. Like I said, I made this last night and put it in the fridge, and then I went through all my videos to see if I had the cheese sauce, and I didn't. I had the mac and cheese, but I didn't have the cheese sauce. And I thought, well, I might as well. Oh, I was going to, but I wanted some for supper last night, so I ate some last night. So, but it's still all good. You know, it's a little thick this morning, but that's fine. But it's a good consistency and everything. And I had a little bit for supper last night. Yeah, it's about 7 o'clock here. But I get up early anyway, Stacy. I get up about 6 o'clock in the morning. Actually, I was up 5:30 this morning. My dog had to go to the bathroom. So I got up with her, and I just stayed up and read my Bible and things. And then I just waited for my ex-husband to call, and after I got done talking to him, then I came on here. But I enjoy doing this stuff. And I found this recipe on YouTube. I don't exactly remember who it was that posted this, but I love this recipe. I mean, with potatoes and carrots, it calls for 2 cups of potatoes, which I figure is around 2, as I used 2 large potatoes, and it calls for 1 cup of carrots large, but I didn't have any large carrots. I only had small carrots. I thought, well, I'm just going to put 2 carrots in there. Should be enough. Of course, you cook them really well, get it good and done, you know. And I've never had a cheese sauce before that has potatoes and carrots in. Oh, you did it with Jasmine. This is not yours so much, Stacy. I don't know whose it is, but this is probably similar to what yours is. I'm not sure if I may have used the Yukon. I'm not sure, but I did peel them and everything and cooked them, so I'm not sure. Oh, with potatoes and carrots, yeah. I'm not sure if it's a recipe that it's not particularly yours, Stacy. I got this somewhere else, but it may be similar to what you have on your site. Oh, you don't have a Vitamix either. Well, if you have a high-speed blender, it might work out. Oh, it is a great recipe, and it is so delicious. Like I said, mac and cheese is my downfall. Hi, Alexis. Good morning. Welcome. Here's my cheese sauce. I made it last night, and I thought I'd scope it this morning. It's nice and thick this morning. It's been in the refrigerator all night. You can see it's real good consistency. Oh, you're so welcome, and you have a great day. Yes, it is delicious. I can't believe it. You know, I've made the the vegan sliceable cheese and Periscope that, but I don't care for the sliceable cheese as much as I like this one. So I'm not going to make that one anymore, but I will make this one because this one could take the place of the sliceable cheese. I just take it and I can spread it right on my bread. That's what I like about it. I can spread it like mayonnaise if I want to. You know, it probably would even be good on the grilled cheese. I haven't tried it yet. I do too. No, this does not have cashews in it. It has potatoes. I'll tell you what it has in it. Now, it does have one ingredient in that Stacy does not use, but you can leave that out, nutritional yeast. Some people use it, some don't. It has potatoes in it. It has carrots in it, water, of course, salt, and olive oil. I use the extra virgin olive oil. The lemon juice, nutritional yeast, onion powder, and garlic powder, which they say are optional. And I put them in there, and because it gives it a little bit better flavor. And it's so good. I mean, it came out so nice. I put it in my Vitamix, and it came out so nice. Nice consistency. And this is quite a bit for me, and it's going to last me a little bit yet. But the way I eat it, I love my mac and cheese. I know that's my downfall. I used to buy the mac and cheese, at the store that already had the cheese with it. I'd eat a lot of that. Well, then I realized I can't be eating this anymore. That cheese is no good. So then I make my own, and and I can put it on my mac and cheese. You can put it on noodles. You can put it on potatoes. You can put it on whatever you want. It's it's endless what you can put it on. It's so very, and you know something? I know what's in it. It doesn't have chemicals in it that are going to harm me. Oh, you're lactose intolerant? Oh, there are some people that are. Yeah, you have to, a lot of times you have to tweak the recipes to suit you, because if you're lactose intolerant or something, you see something in there that you can't have, you can either substitute it or leave it completely out, because, not everybody can eat the same things. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Not everybody can eat the same things. I understand that, I've had to tweak some recipes already too. There's a lot of recipes on Pinterest that I have to tweak them. I mean, because they use apple cider vinegar. Well, we don't use that. And I was looking for vegan butter last night. Most of them you were using apple cider vinegar. I says, well, I suppose I could substitute lemon juice, but I'm going to find me a good one where I don't have to worry about that, tweaking it, because it's a hassle to have to tweak it to your liking. But that's the way recipes are. And I'm kind of glad in a way that we can do that, because not everybody likes the same things. Not everybody will eat the same things, and it affects their bodies differently, So you have to eat what doesn't harm you, and what that's going to be good for you. If there's something you don't like about the recipe, then leave it out. Substitute it if you can, or leave it completely out. Like on this recipe, if you don't want to use the nutritional yeast, just leave it completely out. It does give it the real pretty yellow color, I will say that. There's a butternut squash cheese. Well, oh, it does, doesn't it? Well, the thing of it is, apple cider vinegar is fermented. You don't really want to put that stuff in your body. If you want to use anything, use lemon juice. Lemon juice is a good substitute for apple cider vinegar, because lemon juice won't harm you. This has lemon juice in it. Now, if it had called for apple cider vinegar, I would have replaced it with lemon juice. I'm not particularly fond of squash, but I'm thinking about maybe just trying it anyway, because I know there's a butternut squash soup out there for the Vitamix, and I'm thinking about trying that one. I don't know how good it's going to be. I think Erlene has tried it a time or two. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. I want to try it and see how it's going to be. I don't really know until I've tried some of these recipes, but I keep looking for recipes all the time to do. When I found this one, I've stuck with it, because I like this one much better than the cheese one. I'm not going to do the cheese one anymore. I would think so. You could put it on anything you wanted. Absolutely. It would taste really good on vegetables. Absolutely. It would taste so good on vegetables. And I may do that, It's like I said, it's endless what you can put it on. Put it on, mac and cheese, or you could put it on noodles, which I've been eating a lot of noodles lately, and which I made my Alfredo sauce, and that's good on the noodles too. But this one, it's endless what you could put it on. Whatever you want to put it on, it would taste really good on vegetables. Oh my goodness. It lowered your cholesterol. Oh wow. Well, I just don't care for apple cider vinegar. I never did like the taste of it, because it's bitter anyway, and I try to avoid it because I just don't think that we should have it. Yeah, okay, good. I just don't think that apple cider vinegar is something we should have. And Stacy's done stuff on apple cider vinegar before. And we really shouldn't be having that stuff. It's it's not very good for your body. Like I said, you see a recipe that has apple cider vinegar in it, substitute lemon juice. That's the best thing to do. Substitute lemon juice, and you won't have a problem. That's what I do. I'd substitute lemon juice, or leave it out completely, because I don't know if it's going to help it or not. But like I said, there's so many recipes out there. You have to tweak them anyway, because they're not going to be the same for everybody. They're not going to suit everybody, and that's one thing about it. Everybody, like I said, everybody's different as far as what they like and what they don't like, and what they want to eat and they don't want to eat. So you tweak it to suit yourself, and I'm sure it'll taste just as good, whatever you choose to do. But I love these cheese sauces that I know what I put in it, because the cheese you buy in the store, you look at the list of chemicals on it. My goodness, those chemicals are not very good. And then they have the carrageenan is another thing that you don't want, is the carrageenan. That carrageenan is not very good. Phillips has talked about the carrageenan. So if you're going to buy anything that has carrageenan in it, don't touch it. Leave it on the shelf, because carrageenan is very harmful to you. You have to read up on it. I know he had done a Periscope a while back on carrageenan, and it was before that I was buying all the vegan cheese at a store we have here called Winco, and they had the vegan cheese, and it tasted really good, but it has the carrageenan in it. Oh, you're on. Oh, hi, Shorty. Good to see you. Yes, it is. No milk, no real cheese. This has got potatoes and carrots in it. It doesn't have anything in it that's going to harm you. It has no milk in it whatsoever. Any of the recipes that I make call for dairy-free milk, like your almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, or whatever, what have you. Those are the dairy-free milks. A lot of the recipes I do, I put almond milk in it, the original almond milk. But you don't want to put that kind of stuff in your body. It's very harmful to you. Cheese is very harmful. It is. And I'm going to post the recipe up on YouTube so you can have the recipe to follow. No, it's not 100%. And you have to be very careful. A lot of it say organic too, and they're not particularly organic. The only thing I found is if you get the organic and get the non-GMO, I think you're pretty safe that way because it won't have the GMO in it. But if it just says organic and it says non-GMO, it's a little hesitant to purchase it that way. It's scary nowadays because you don't know when you go to the store, you go to buy organic or you go to buy vegan. Is it really organic? Is it really vegan? You don't know. When they start putting chemicals in it and they say it's vegan, that's not true. Why do they say veggie, cheese when it's not really veggie cheese at all? It's got chemicals in it. Why would you want to put those chemicals in your body? If I can't pronounce them, I'm not going to put them in my body, and I don't. I won't put anything in my body that I can't pronounce. And I can pronounce everything that's in here. I know what's in it. Because I made it from scratch. Here's the recipe. I made it from scratch. I printed it out. I print all my recipes out so I have them in front of me. So when I make them, I can use them again and then put them away. That's what I do. But like I said, I will take this recipe and I will post it up on YouTube. So if you want to make it yourself, you can make it and you can tweak it to your liking. Leave in what you want to leave in. Take out what you don't want. Yeah, I know. They say it's soy and stuff. You just don't know. That's why it's best to make your own, because that way you know what you have. That's why I've decided to make my own cheese sauce. I can't rely on any cheese sauce you buy in the store. It's not going to taste as good as this one, I'll tell you that much. This one is so good that it's just almost like it melts in your mouth. It's just that delicious. And this is a recipe that I love, and I'm going to stick with it. Every time I need cheese sauce, which I was completely out. I've been out for a while, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to make some more again, because I won't make any more until this is gone. Once it's gone, then I'll make me some more. And I've been out for a while, and then I decided, well, I've been putting it off making it. I thought, well, I just better get around to making it again. If I want mac and cheese, I got to make the cheese sauce, because I'm sure not going to buy the cheese in the store. I bought it for the longest time. I'd buy the American cheese slices, not realizing how they're not good for me. My son, that's his downfall, is cheese. He says, "No, Mom, I know I shouldn't be eating it, but I can't get rid of eating it." I says, "I understand that, because I know that's hard. Something that you're used to eating for many, many years, it's very hard to get rid of it. It was for me at first, but now that I've got my own cheese sauce I can make, I don't even look at that cheese. I just walk right past it in the store. I don't eat hamburger. I don't drink milk. I don't eat eggs. None of that stuff do we need. I'm a vegan through and through. And I weighed myself again this morning, and I'm down to 102.5. And I started at 250 a long time ago. But when I first started weighing myself, I was 223. So I've lost a lot of weight. And everybody keeps telling me they can see it in my face. And it's slowly coming off. I don't want it to come off too fast, but it's slowly coming off, and I'm thankful for that. And if I can help somebody else to lose weight and be on this diet that I'm on, a plant-based diet like I am, that's good, because we all need to be on a plant-based diet, and get back to what God gave us in the garden. And that's why I do these, because I want everybody to be healthy. Because we got to be healthy for the Lord. Our bodies are His temple, and we don't want to destroy our temple. But anyway, it's time for me to get breakfast on in a little bit, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go. But I thank you all for coming in and sharing this with me, and also the replay viewers that will be coming in later on. I thank you for coming in as well. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. It will work. I mean, it took me a long time. I should have been vegan a long time ago. I've been Adventist over 40 years, and I just, I was eating all the wrong foods, even though I was Adventist, because a lot of Adventists do not push the healthy lifestyle. We talk about health, but do we really push it? No, they don't talk about it in the sermons or anything. They don't really push it. They kind of just throw it aside, expecting people to know what they should eat and should not. But they lace the desserts with sugar and everything, And when I go to a potluck, I don't eat the desserts anymore. They're sugar laden. If I want any desserts, I'll take my peanut butter oat bars. They don't have any sugar in them, and they're good for you. It's terrible. They talk about Ellen White always talked about not eating sugar, but they're not pushing it because they're eating all the wrong stuff at the potlucks. They're putting cheese in their food, and they're bringing lasagna and bringing actual real cheese, and they haven't gotten the word yet that they shouldn't be eating that stuff. I think what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving when I go to my daughter-in-law's is I'm going to make some of this cheese sauce, and I'm going to take it, and we can use it on the table and tell her this is my cheese sauce, and see how everybody likes it. I know she doesn't like me bringing anything, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think that she's also a vegan right now. Because she had breast cancer, so it's kind of helped her to become a little bit more vegan. So she doesn't eat any meat at all, but they still eat the things they shouldn't eat. They do eat cheese. I think they do drink milk. They put milk and stuff and eggs, and they do raise chickens, and she does make a lot of cakes, but I don't think she eats them herself, but she does sell them. But she does make a lot of pies for Thanksgiving. I mean, she makes about 10, 15 pies for Thanksgiving. So, and they're laden with a lot of sugar, so she hasn't got out of that yet. They are good, though, but we can all learn to be healthier, just by following the laws of health. Yeah, that's right, it does. You don't want it. It's not good for you. It might look good, but does it taste good going down? It doesn't. It might look good, but it doesn't taste good going down. It's how it affects your body is what makes it so bad. Sure, I love the taste of American cheese too, and it did taste good, but it affects you badly. Like I said, I've been eating the wrong foods for so long. I figured it's about time I get down to where I'm eating the right foods and get on this kick of being a complete vegan and eating like I should be eating. And I'm glad that I'm doing it because we all need to eat this way. It's not impossible to do it. We just have to tell ourselves we can do it. And believe me, once you start going vegan like I have, you'll never go back. I never intend to go back the other way. I just stopped cold turkey on the meats and everything, and I'm not going to ever eat them again. I don't need it. I can make my own burgers, vegetarian burgers, oat burgers. Stacy has some on her website, which I've made before. Make your own stuff. You don't have to buy hamburgers. You shouldn't be eating that cow stuff anyway. Poor cows have to suffer so much to put them on our dinner table. But anyway, I just thought I would come in here and show you my cheese sauce. And I thank you for coming in here and sharing with me and invited your followers. And the replay viewers are coming on later. I thank you for giving me the hearts as well, super hearts as well. And I hope you all have a great day. I've got to get breakfast on now. It's time for breakfast. But I thank you all for coming in. And I hope your day is a blessed one. That it goes perfectly for you. That God blesses you each and every day, all the way with Jesus. So you take care. God bless and bye-bye.